Magnus Division here with a quick video. So what we're going to see today is what a Russian strike against NATO bases across Europe might look like. And I'm including the United Kingdom in this, as well as European NATO countries. So what you're going to see is I've updated now on my master plan that all the Russian ICBMs, both mobile and silo launched, are updated to be as accurate as possible for 2024 based on what we know. So I've got the subs correct as far as counts go. I got the mobile. I still have to do the bombers and stuff and the intermediate and medium range ones, but come a long way. I've had to add a lot of units to be as accurate as possible, so the way they default in is entirely too high of counts. They're including entire stockpiles rather than what's actually operationally deployed. But I have been working tirelessly to get the entire all nuclear-powered nations to be as accurate as possible based on what we know. So, and this isn't going to involve any type of counter strikes or anything like this. This is just based on a Russian kind of bolt out of the blue, very limited, so they're only going to be using a limited amount of their force. And this is a NATO decapitation strike. Take a look at the attack plans. I broke them into 3, but we'll see. We're coming from 2 mobile launcher sites. So these are going to be hitting targets in France, a few in Italy, Turkey, a little bit in Germany. Then we have Poland. Second one is going to hit in the United Kingdom, and these are going to be sub-launched. United Kingdom, some more in France, more in Turkey, some in Bulgaria. And then one, they are going to strike, so they're going to limit the amount of strikes in Ukraine because they're trying to conquer it, and there's still a lot of ethnic Russians. It probably wouldn't be entirely favorable if they were to start bombing the crap out of Ukraine, but they are going to hit Kyiv and basically decapitate the government. And the third one is going to be more. This is ones in southern and eastern Germany, and then some of the newer NATO countries, including Sweden and Finland. They're also going to hit some of these Baltic states, especially around Kaliningrad, taking out bases around there so they're not going to be a threat of invasion or staging points for invasion, and then a few more sites in the United Kingdom. One thing also, they are hitting surface and air burst across capitals in the major NATO countries. So other than that, they're not specifically targeting population centers other than strikes against heads of government. And again, it's command and control. So trying to take out. Let's go ahead and execute all plans. I'm going to go 10 times speed. So the subs are going to launch first. They're able to generally launch a little bit faster. Possibly. Okay, there they are. A couple of times when I ran these sims recently, like as I go to record, I forget to actually execute the attack plans. It's like, well, I'm pretty positive I didn't just forget. But so we're starting to see the mobile launchers launch too. So right about 12:05 to 12:10, we'd start getting a lot of warning, early warning satellite radar saying, hey, something's not going right. Something's up. And you may question too, why are the subs right here? Convenience. That's where I was staging them to make sure their armaments were correct before I started moving them into actual positions. as I'm working on my main video. So we're seeing some detonations now, and we're only about 10 minutes in at launch time. And man, it's just such a fraction. So this isn't any of the silos. This is only 3 of the subs. This is just 2 of the mobile launcher sites, so that's 18. And there's, what do we have? 200, I think, over 200. So just a fraction of their destructive capabilities. Okay, so we're coming up on right about 20 minutes. So some of these heads of governments would not even have had time to be warned before it's already striking their capital. United States, of course, isn't getting any direct hits. They are, across military bases. There you see the U.S. subs stage 2. So I think everything is landed now. So let's take a look at what our casualties are going to look like. Okay. So again, we're talking a fraction of capability. Close to 7 million in the United Kingdom, 3 million in Germany, over 2 million in France, almost close to 1 million in Turkey. Overall, almost 17 million losses in 20 minutes. So we have some in Austria, a little bit in Belarus, likely due to fallout. So let's see what else we got here. 343,000 in Belgium. Of course, the NATO headquarters is in Belgium, so they did get struck pretty hard. Bulgaria. I read the line right. I thought it said Democratic Republic of Congo. I was like, what the hell? So we got Czech Republic, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany. I mean, nothing should be too surprising there. Netherlands, Poland, 542,000, and some in Russia. They did get some fallout that crossed over, and then, of course, a little bit more into Kaliningrad. And that would be initial losses. So, as we always say, as the weeks would pass, the losses would be much higher. Almost certainly, we would have counterstrikes taking place after this, hitting targets in Russia. And this would probably be part of a longer, larger, ongoing nuclear exchange. And again, that's something I'm kind of working on. So I see my last couple of videos, I did the first few days of what a Russian-NATO nuclear conflict might look like. Then I did the next few days. And this would look like, this would be kind of somewhere maybe after a week of some of these more limited exchanges to where they start hitting, especially NATO joint bases, U.S. bases, and attempting to destroy those, combat ineffective. You see there's some accuracy, so some of these sites weren't necessarily destroyed, but again, this sim isn't really meant to tell you whether or not a base would be ineffective. It's more about civilian population casualties. That would require something more like a command modern operation, which I am going to integrate in to the bigger scenario. But hope you enjoy this. Something to tie you over until I do the really large one. Again, it's a kind of a multi-week project, though, so I want to make sure to be able to put out some content for people to be able to enjoy and kind of take in. And we'll see. So, thanks everybody. Appreciate it.